I'm Mickey Colton.
And I'm Chad Dillon.
And this is the Utica Rallycross Series, coming July for your 7th event here at the Sarh Chad Circuit.
Oh yeah, Chad is my hometown, my home place, you know, home plate for me.
1, home country. 2, I think you were born in Milwaukee.
Well, you know, who gives a shit? You know, I mean...
Whoa, buddy!
Yeah, you know, I don't care. I own this place. I put a flag on the grounds of this city, and there's a mob outside of our room waiting to kill me.
That's good, but here in Chad, we have a great racetrack here today, and it's been completely remodeled from the past couple of years. It was a great project.
And I was going to donate some dollars, but they kind of banned me from the city besides the event. But here is our starting lineup here, starting with the man Colin Bartel.
Second week in a row, he's starting first. We'll get to that in a second, but are there any drivers here that you're really looking forward to today?
Again, you got the top runners up. You know, you got Tyler Benoit, you have Tyler Kulesa. The battle of the Tylers up there in the front there. It's a really interesting face-off. Matt Evans climbing up to the top 3, I think, now. And Joshua Michaels. Don't forget about the man that came into this series and got a win for us last week.
Also, don't count some of these rookies back here like Nathan Minazuki or Mason Powers. Seth Cole is always a factor at these types of courses. And also, you could see some other drivers have a chance at it today. And we're missing some drivers that are normally good at this track, which are, you know, Ray Davis, Adam Dunlap.
Yes.
Don't count out Joseph Ernesto. He was on the previous page. He is a past winner here.
Don't forget about the major cheat that was in the past seasons. But starting out here, we have Colin Bartel from 12th Man Racing up to bat now. This is an interesting track. There's not a lot of places that can trip you up, especially in the new modeled version of this track. It's very linear. I mean, it's different from the past ones. Remember the past one with the cheat way where you could cut across?
Yeah, that has been completely gone.
Yes.
They've made this track much bigger, and it's, I'm not sure if it's more challenging. We'll have to see if they go over it, but it seems a little leveled out.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more just a skill-based. You have to be very consistent with your driving, and it can really test all the aspects. There's bumps, jumps, turns, and twists, and there's a lot of things going on, and especially it's dirt. Dirt always makes it interesting.
Colin Bartel, having a rough season this year, has not really gotten any strong performances. So he's really hoping that today can be something that he can pick something up.
So far, a pretty consistent run. Hasn't had anything big happen to him.
Oh, as we say it, he gets into the wall, and that's going to kill his lap time.
Exactly.
Especially because, given this track, there's a lot of room available to these drivers. I can see a lot of people making that turn cleanly. 56 and 94, but he will get a bonus point for being the first one out. Joseph Ernesto starting second for Top Notch Racing. A little early to be out on track for him, but I think he's still confident.
Yeah, you know, I think that with this kind of track, though, there's not a lot of places you have to look at, you know, and really examine how am I going to hit that. You know, it's really just got to go in there and, hits the side guardrail there, clipping his front left tire. But here he comes off. He can still catch up and still probably do better than Colin Bartel if he can keep it consistent. That's the thing. The tough thing about this is as long as you don't hit anything like that and really slow you down for more than a couple seconds, it's going to be a really close race today. I mean, there's going to be a lot of drivers, as long as they don't hit, you know, they stay on track, really don't make any mess-ups, it's going to be a close race. Yeah,
and Joseph Ernesto, when he won this race, it was kind of a surprise. We weren't expecting him to do well here, especially given his resume. He's mostly a stock car racer.
Yeah.
But let's see what he can do coming to the line.
53.96. That's a good time for Joseph Ernesto.
Yep, he's going to be top of the charts.
Now, Tyler Benoit here, the dirt man himself, known to most. He is a great man on the dirt. And we'll see what he can do, especially with Tyler Kulesa and him battling it out for first place of the championship, and we only got 4 races to go.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a championship battle, and Tyler Benoit, some could argue he's one of the best drivers out there on the racetrack. If you look at his stats, he has the most top 10s. He's tied for most victories with Matt Evans.
Tyler Kulesa just
doesn't have that championship.
I know. And
so close.
And sometimes it's worse to just be in second than it is to, you know, lose. I mean, like, being in second place means you're just short of winning, where if you're in last place, it's like, okay, you know, I can work on it. Where Tyler Benoit just has one more stride he needs to take back that first place crown, and he's almost there. He was like that in stock car racing, too. I was always so close with him. But coming to the line at 54.61, Joseph Ernesto still on top. I'm not sure what that Benoit time will do. Now, we have Tyler Kulesa, the rookie, right up there in first place right now, battling it out. Let's see if he can do better than Tyler Benoit. Now, Benoit is his closest competitor at the moment. If he can beat him, that means he's going to gain some points this weekend, which is really crucial for him. Just needs to make sure he has a solid lap time, a little out there in that corner. Exactly. Now, this is going to be a tough part here. Is as long as he can hit this real straightaway here without any problems, and a sharp turn coming to the jump here. Here we go.
Now, Tyler Kulesa, he won at Budva, which was a mostly paved track, but this track is actually more of his bread and butter. Yeah. He was in Australia for a long time as a alligator wrangler,
yeah.
And he's used to this kind of terrain, a lot of this sandy Australian desert terrain. We're in Africa, but
that final turn perfectly. He's really on track to beat Joseph Ernesto here, coming to the line of 53-13. Yes.
Good job for Tyler Kulesa. He is going to gain points on Benoit today. That's not what Tyler Benoit wanted to see, though.
Exactly. But, as long as he can stay consistent, there's still 3 more races after this to go. Matt Evans starting off here, the Black Mamba himself.
When you're in the desert, you got to watch out for the snakes.
Yes.
Matt Evans could be a factor today.
He'll be rattling around on this racetrack today. And, of course, he's not the Black Mamba today anymore. Whenever he races dirt, he is the Brown Mamba.
Now, something about that car really captured all the dirt and sand.
I know, it's really just takes it all, and he blends in with his surroundings. Really.
Hey, that is pretty terrifying. I don't want to mess with him.
You don't want to mess out with that bite. Now, he could be in the front runner of this race if he can really get his flow back. I mean, he is in the top 5. He is inching his way up.
He started off with a poor run this year, but he's really picked up. He could be a championship competitor in the late run.
Exactly. Now, Matt Evans with an amazing record, and here still at 52-57. There
That's
you go.
That's going to be top of the charts. So he's going to give himself a bonus point, too, and gain some points on Tyler Kulesa. It's now Joshua Michaels, last week's winner, by a huge surprise, on track.
And I know, and Joshua Michaels is stealing that victory from Tyler Benoit there in the last second. And it was a great race. I mean, that was a great race from Joshua Michaels, a really great run. And, almost hits the side, clipping the guardrail there. But, he's got a lot of spunk coming back into this series with a lot of drive. I mean, winning your first time coming back, that must feel really good.
Especially considering last year he really struggled in this car.
Yeah.
When he first started out. He was more on the executive end of things.
Yes.
For Rallycross Series. But, this car has a lot of history. This track did very well with Adam Dunlap in the first season.
Yeah.
It was his debut, finished 3rd.
I know, exactly. But here he goes, Joshua Michaels coming to the finish line here. Hopefully get a good time. Not looking too bad. 54.99.
Not what he was looking for. 5th place overall. As now Alex Hawkins for RPM Motorsports is going to be on track. We'll have to see what the Barney's Revenge Machine can do.
Exactly. Now, so far today, we've seen a lot of people really close in time, like I predicted. I mean, there hasn't really been a big drop in time. I mean, Matt Evans did a phenomenal job. And, it really all depends on how your driving ability is. On all these turns, you have to hit them really sharp, really snug. And so far, Alex Hawkins is doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, Alex Hawkins, he's a little underrated as a driver. I mean, I think a lot of people, when he came into the season, they thought he was going to be a throwaway. But he's really proving himself as a top competitor.
And if there is another season of Rallycross coming up, he might be able to show himself. He might be able to come up a lot like these big drivers, big names like Tyler Benoit and Matt Evans. And, it's always about how the consistent... Oh, but whoa!
51.94, Alex Hawkins to the top of the chart.
I wasn't even expecting that at all.
The dinosaur is going to tear up the track today.
Wow!
Great job by Alex Hawkins. We'll have to see if he can keep that lead. It's still early in the event, though. As now Mad Duel is on track. And this has not been a year for Mad Duel.
Exactly. He's starting right now to being a little more consistent, trying to show off what he had a little bit of last
season. Unfortunately, it's a little too late.
Exactly, and especially with only the 10 race lineup. I mean, last season with the 20 race lineup, there was a lot of room to be able to fix yourself.
And, he really took advantage of that. He was really picking it up in the last 10 events, but now he only has a couple left.
And I think I like the shorter schedule. It really puts the pedal to the metal to a lot of these drivers to really test themselves, saying, hey, I only have this many races to make it count, and they're going to drive the best they can every time, but not really looking good for Matt Duel right now.
Let's see what this is going to do as we come to the line. At 54.60, top 5 for now, but I'm not sure he's going to stay there.
Next up is Michael Aurelio from Aurelio Autosports, but basically...
Whatever. Aurelio something or other.
Whoa! Driving off the side of the road there.
This is not good for Michael Aurelio, and that's a shame for him because he's such a good rallycross competitor, but this year has not showcased it.
Exactly. Both the Aurelio brothers always showing off. I talk so much about him. I haven't talked about him as much. I'm sorry, but I still really like them as a two-driving duo. They used to be really fun in the first couple seasons. Now they're starting to, they're noticing their role now, just to have a good time. They're not trying to be crazy and do some crazy stuff. But here we go.
Ooh, just not quick enough in that jump. And there's a good thing these cars are very well built. You can thank Tyler Kulesa for that.
Exactly.
In the engineering program,
yeah.
But yeah, it's just been a rough go at it for the Aurelio brothers. They've been trying to work on ways to improve this team, but they've had a lot of financial...
too much speed coming to the final turn from Michael Aurelio.
And no cars have pulled out yet, so this is going to be a pretty slow time for Michael Aurelio.
Yeah, 59.40. But next up is Nick Pericles from Red Viper Racing.
This could be a good day for him, because remember, he was able to take the victory in Elkhorn Pike, which is half of a dirt track, half of a paved track. This track is all dirt, but he's good on the dirt.
Yeah, this is the track that really tests your dirt ability, I know for sure, because it has a lot of abilities where you can. Dirt is very challenging. I mean, I've tested myself with a lot of the dirt tracks, just having some fun. And you really, in order to hit those turns, you have to turn way before the turn, and it's all timing based. And right now, he's doing a phenomenal job in hitting his jump. Let's see if he can hit it. And he does very smoothly.
With flying colors.
And cuts that turn perfectly, really snug.
See, the interesting thing about this track is that it's not really like a stunt track like other dirt tracks we've seen. This one's more of like, your tight driving.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Saturday night dirt track, but you're going, left and right.
Exactly. Now here you go, Nick Pericles at 53.73. Fourth place on the charts. Not bad for him at all, making the top 5.
Next up is Nathan Minazuki in car number 20, your winner in Blackpool. So... let's see what he can do here today. This is not his specialty of racetrack. Not a lot of dirt racing done in the United Kingdom, but this could be a decent run for him today if he can just, hit his marks.
That is the key for this racetrack, is hitting your marks, hitting your turns, make sure you are consistent. Because, you hit one wrong, you hit a wall really wrong and it slows you down, your time's messed up.
One thing that might help Minazuki here is that this is kind of like a banked road course. I mean, he does do a lot of road racing in the United Kingdom. That's really what their bread and butter is.
Yeah, using that momentum a little bit off that turn. The key is to really ride the walls higher so that you have a lot more momentum coming off the straightaways. And a lot of these guys haven't really been doing that. They've been trying to cut the turns too much, but not a bad run. A 52.60 for Nathan Minazuki.
Yeah, that's going to be third place overall.
Yeah.
A solid effort for Minazuki as Mason Powers is on track. Let's see if you can spark some power back into his season.
Exactly. He had a great first 3 races.
Already out of the gate.
I know. Topping in points for the first couple races, doing phenomenal, and all of a sudden he's dropped off.
It could be the pressure of the sport. He's a young kid. He's entering the sport. He had a lot of drive going into it. He was really going for it, but now he's looking at things and he's a little uncertain of things. He performed so well. He needs to hit that mark.
It might have just been beginner's luck. You might have just done really well in those first couple races, but then he got challenged with a lot of the harder courses coming after that. That is really where it challenges you. The first ones are difficult, and especially with Yuma. Yuma was a very difficult course this year at racetrack, and he did it perfectly. It tested all aspects of a driver, but for some reason he's just tapered off.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is with Mason Powers this year, and that's not going to be a good time for him. Not going to make the top 5. As next up, the stuntman, Seth Cole for NSCRA Racing.
Not many places to do some stunts for Seth Cole, but he's going to make do of it. With a win underneath his belt this season, he's having a pretty good run for this season.
Some may say he's a championship competitor. I'm a little hesitant to say that he's going to win this championship, but he is still up in the top 10 in points. He does have that win in Yuma that really gave him a boost in the early season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, things kind of tapered off a bit. Dubai did not go the way he wanted it.
Yeah.
A couple other races, his stuntman aspects have gotten in the way of his finish.
Yeah, exactly. I would still like to point out that Alex Hawkins is in first place right now. That is amazing.
Yeah, no one's been able to beat him, and Seth Cole gets to hit the jump on this track. I was talking to him earlier today, and he was looking forward to hitting that jump. He said that looked like it would be fun. I hope he had fun doing it.
He's actually doing really well on this. A pretty consistent run for him. He might be able to get top 5.
We'll see what we can get. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Fourth place overall is going to be Tyler Kulesa. That's going to help him in the point standings.
Yeah.
Now Chris Aurelio on track. He is mired near the very bottom of the points. He's on the verge of not being able to run for the championship anymore.
Oh!
And I think that sealed it.
Wow, that's going to kill him. I think he's realized, he had his championship in the first season, and it's getting harder and harder. Because, we got these more experienced drivers entering the Rallycross. A lot of them are training for it. He came into that first season as one of the rookie guys coming into Rallycross, and this is such a unique race, a race event that he just took advantage of it, everyone being newbies, you know, and he did so well.
See, Chris Aurelio actually does have experience in rally before this, so he really was able to take off from there. Oh, man, that could have been a bad wreck.
You know how much different Rallycross is. It's so much more extreme than any form of rally. It's...
I think he hasn't kept up with the crowd, though last year was a good season. I think this year he's just getting really blindsided. So they did switch cars. He is driving Michael Aurelio's machine from last year. So maybe that could be affecting things. He's going to fail to make the top 5. Xavier Singleton is on track, the endurance racer from the Pacific Northwest.
He's only 1 single ton away from victory.
Well, last week it was an entire skyscraper that kept him from victory. But
oh, man, right now he is blending in with his surroundings, just like the Black Mamba. But hopefully he can do just as well as the Black Mamba.
Yeah, Xavier Singleton, excellent race car driver. I've seen some of his work on tracks in Portland.
Yeah.
And he is a very solid competitor. This is a completely different style of racing for him.
Ooh, he does not hit the jump there, hitting off the side of the bank there. It's going to really slow him down for his time.
I would say the one thing he has going for him here is that this is a longer course. He's a little bit better when it comes to that. If he was around when Elkhorn Pike was on the schedule, he probably would have done well there.
But a 54.47, not a good time for Xavier Singleton.
Yeah,
next up is Stephen Carter from Allen Racing.
The unsinkable... Oh, wait.
You know what? I don't want to talk about that. People really got mad that I jinxed him. I mean, right before that, I did the curse. I said, you know, he's flawless. He doesn't fail, and then he flips over in Dubai. But you gotta admit, though, that is a really tough jump at Dubai. They did a great job at really challenging the drivers. I'm surprised more people finished it than they.
Hey, you know, in this series, be able to say you finished that many races in a row, that's saying something.
I know.
Very few drivers have that honor. Though a couple of the rookies this year may actually be able to pull that off, knock on wood.
Exactly. I'm surprised, you know, that consistency hasn't gotten him really to the top of the charts. I mean, he's doing okay.
See, the issue is he can finish these races, but he just isn't really excelling.
Exactly. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it really makes you test the tracks well, and it makes you a better driver. I mean, next season he might be just doing even better.
They save money on race cars.
Oh, exactly. But a 52.98, a pretty good time for Stephen Carter.
Very solid. That will help out in the points there. As now Dylan Young for Young Motorsports is on track. Now, last week did not go so well for Dylan Young, but he's a very experienced competitor, but dirt is not his specialty.
Well,
I'm just going to say it right there.
Well, right now, off the gates, he's already done better than some most. He hasn't hit a single thing.
Yeah, this could be... he might have been working on this, you know. That's what a lot of these rallycross drivers do. They can't actually run these courses.
Hey, Arena Cross was a lot of dirt. I mean, you got to admit. I mean, it might have tested him. Maybe got a little better in the field.
Right, and he was consistent there too. He would finish third like every race.
I know. Right now, having a flawless run if he hits this jump well.
Yep, he's gonna hit it well.
He does, yeah, and he is. slowed him down a little bit, but he might ride.
That is a very difficult turn, though. You have to admit.
He's riding the bank here. If he can build the momentum in this final turn, he might be able to get the final thing.
Swings to the round, makes some contact, but still keeps going. What can he do? Coming to the line, Dylan Young. 52.63. That's going to be 4th place overall, so a great run for Dylan Young. And now it's time for Carson Beckett, the Bechtel thermometer for Maple Leaf Motorsports.
Always at the bottom of that thermometer. And, hits the bank, slows him over, falls down the side, coming down the tight turn. Here we
go. Carson. I feel for you, man. I feel for you.
You know what? He has a heart. He's trying every race. You know what? He's got a smile on his face when he comes out of that race car every single time.
I hope he doesn't take our commentary too poorly, because I like the guy. I like that he's trying every week. You know, he's really putting his all to it. It's just that it's not been working out. They've been struggling so much, but he's still going for it.
I know.
He's mathematically ineligible for the championship. He just wants to go out strong.
Hey, if he can make it into the big event for the Dead Man's Curve, I mean, that's going to be a showdown. That's going to be an interesting race event. Hopefully he can make it. But a 53.79, not a good time for Carson Beckett.
So not bad in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly.
Now, Robert Piet, only 2 cars left to go. The Flying Dutchman hopes to conquer this racetrack.
You know, no one sees what you do when you say the Flying Dutchman. It looks like you're just cutting something. The Flying Dutchman.
I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I don't even know what this is that I'm trying to do. I'm just holding up a peace sign and just going like the Flying Dutchman.
Shoving them up their ass.
Whoa! We have standards here.
Sorry, I am getting...
do we have any bleeps available? No?
No.
We spent it all on the drones.
Sorry.
For the cameras.
Yeah, that's true.
But going back to Robert Piet here, he's having a solid effort for this machine. And
I mean, I'm sad that we didn't really commentate well on Alex Hawkins. He was like an undercover dog. He freaking flew through here.
Undercover dog.
Yes.
What?
But a 52.61, a really good time for Robert Piet, putting him in the top 5.
Yeah, nice job for him. As now William Duncan, the last car out on track today.
Hit the first turn. That is not a good start for William Duncan.
Yeah, let's see what William Duncan can do. As Duncan, this has been kind of an up and down season. He's had a couple of solid runs, like Elkhorn Pike. He finally got that good finish there.
Yeah.
But a couple other times he's gotten a last place finish. So it's been all over the place for William Duncan. This is the last chance to beat Alex Hawkins on track.
He's just got to straighten himself out here through this final stretch, get the turn well. Really well done by William Duncan. That was a very smooth turn there. One of the most difficult parts of this racetrack. Now he cuts that turn. A lot of speed coming into this jump here.
Let's see what he can do.
Wow, that looks flawless.
Good job through that turn.
Here we go, William Duncan.
Alex Hawkins. No one has broken 52 seconds except Alex Hawkins.
Oh, this is coming to the end here. It's coming close here.
Coming to the line. No, not that close, actually. And that's going to do it, as Alex Hawkins is going to win from early on in the event. Great job by Alex Hawkins. He's going to get himself a victory and put himself in the championship running. As now Matt Evans, second place, followed by Nathan Minazuki, Robert Piet, and Dylan Young, 5th place overall.
Then we got Seth Cole, William Duncan, Steven Cutler, and Tyler Kulesa there in 9th place there. A lot of those guys.
Nice, solid finish for Tyler Kulesa. That's exactly what he needs. Yes. Consistency.
Beating out Tyler Benoit down there, actually.
Carson Beckett, a career best 11th place finish. Joseph Ernesto's in 12th, Xavier Singleton 13th, Matt Duel, and Tyler Benoit disappointing 15th.
I know. But best with the dirt man himself, followed by Joshua Michaels. Not a good follow-up from last week's win. Followed by Mason Powers, Chris Aurelio, Colin Bartel, and Michael Aurelio.
Oh man, the Aurelio brothers really struggled today. As we take a look at our point standings, Tyler Kulesa has a good points lead over Tyler Benoit now.
Yeah.
Nathan Minazuki up there, tied with Tyler Benoit now. Ooh. Matt Evans is in the running. Seth Cole's up there. Nick Pericles. And look at that, Alex Hawkins working up to 8th place.
He's making his way up there. I mean, even if he can get top 5 in his first season, that's great. I mean, Nathan Minazuki is the rookie of the year right now, if you could see.
No, Tyler Kulesa's rookie.
Oh, sorry. I keep thinking he's not a rookie.
Mm-hmm. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
Dylan Thoreau's in 11th place, followed by William Duncan, Michael Aurelio, Joseph Ernesto, and Matt Duel, your top 15. Basically, everyone, Adam Dunlap and back can't win this championship. Actually, I think we're starting to get close to drivers like Joseph Ernesto getting cut from this as well, so they need to really pick it up. And Joshua Michaels did not run all the races there. He's 20th. And final 3 cars on our grid, Alex DeMarco, Dylan Young, Xavier Singleton. So they're just kind of running these races just for the experience, for the points.
Yep.
They would go in for season 4.
Exactly, and hopefully season 4 could be a kicker. I mean, we got a lot of prospects, a lot of rookies that can really do a good job.
So thank you for watching this event here in Chad. It's been a great event. Next up, we're going to be going to a brand new circuit. It's going to be the Laos circuit.
I'm really excited for this place. I mean, it looks really cool, and I'm really excited to see how the drivers can handle it.
And it's a 5-star resort.
Oh,
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching!
Yeah! I'm going to get me some mini quiches.
And I'm going to get all the women I want.
Oh, yeah! So, thank you for watching the Utica Rallycross series. I hope you enjoyed this race, and we will see you next time.
Adios, amigos.
That's not African.